Lewis, thank you so much for joining me during fight week ahead of the fights over at Blackpool this weekend. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm just excited, man. I'm excited. Obviously, coming into fight week and that, man. It's where all the hard work comes to, innit?
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got a stacked card at Blackpool Winter Gardens this Saturday, the 9th of March, topped by a central area title, which always
Yeah,
brings out the best. But the
definitely.
other thing that brings out the best is a VIP v VIP fight. And that's why I'm
Mm.
talking to you, Lewis.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so you've got Kev BBK Masirika this
yeah.
Saturday night. You're 2-0. He's a three.
I'm free.
Sorry,
I'm
you're
free,
3
Yeah,
0.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
2 0. I've done this both times
Yeah,
round.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Every time I get this the wrong way around. But both prospects, over to
Mm.
you. Talk to me.
Yeah, no, I'm glad to be getting it. Like I've said before, and I'm glad to be getting it at this point because normally you see people, they get well, not just how the game goes and that you might get to like 8-0 before you see another prospect but I know, do you know what I mean? Both keen to fight, both keen to step up and that, and it gives you that bit of like, during camp and that when you've got an on paper 50-50, it gives you that bit of needle, doesn't it, going forward? And yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Yeah, and we are too. And like you say, you've both got amateur pedigree
Mm.
as well. Maybe a little bit more experience on your part. Which always again brings for an interesting fight. We've not got two completely different backgrounds coming together.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
got
No,
massive
yeah, but
experience.
even then, I haven't got like a massive. I haven't got like a massive amateur pedigree. I had like 50, like obviously my teammates and that they've had
Yeah,
loads, but and obviously I had the hiatus after it, and I had a few years off before I come and turned over. So it's yeah, it'd be good, man. So not like I say, not too much in the experience like differentiation, is there?
but certainly from a professional perspective, there's just one
Yeah,
fight.
yeah.
Um,
Of course, that's what I mean. Yeah.
and like you just alluded to there, it's very early on to take on a prospect, and we've got
Mm.
to give Steve Lillis the credit for the matchmaking that he does with for Steve Wood with VIP
Yeah, yeah,
for these things, and for you guys for taking these opportunities. Because at this stage of your career, normally we're trying to put you with experienced journeymen.
yeah,
People
yeah.
ask questions of you, but for you to
Of course,
through those tests,
of course.
what made you want to take this at this point, Lewis?
It was put to us because like especially with heavyweights and that, it can be hard, to match them up, especially with journeymen and that, because what I mean. But like I say, it's this division and that, and they're coming and maybe there's a bit more risk to them. Maybe they take a bit harder knocks and stuff like that. But it was put to like straight away, start of the year, and that they saying, and we was like jumped at it. Like I knew because especially being both under the same promotion and that, I knew we'd end up fighting eventually. But
Yeah.
I thought, they might not want it. They might not want to like make it until like the end of the year or. Do you know what I mean? But I was buzzing and I when I heard about it, and it's just puts that. Do you know what I mean? Puts that kick in your step, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It gets the bit between your teeth, I think, a little bit
Yeah,
more.
without a doubt. Yeah, without a
Um,
doubt.
and I think that little bit of fear factor in that sense, it's that, there is
Yeah.
it's a genuine 50-50 on paper.
Mm.
We can go to war on this. And I think, like I
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
these fights bring out the best. We had that at the
Without a
weekend
doubt. Yeah.
with Joe Howarth and Hash Remen. But you just mentioned there, Lewis, about your teammates and their amateur experience. I've been to one Blackpool VIP show so far, and you guys are such a family
Yeah.
in the Brawl camp, and you sell some tickets, you get some massive support.
Mm.
How are both of those things, your teammates and that support, going to play into your hands at the weekend?
I think obviously it's always good. It's good being like naturally. It's good being at home and everything like that. But and being around the team. The good thing is with because of the stable, there's five of us out of the stable fighting, so 5 out of 5. So it's like we're all in it together, sort of thing, and we're all at the same buzzing. Like going through it fight. We've all got that. There's that like atmosphere in the gym and everything. But the support always like very grateful for it and everything. But one thing like I'm glad to hear about through the grapevine and that is obviously I know he does well on tickets, and I know and I'm sure he'll do well on this on
Yeah,
tickets.
yeah,
I know he's gonna be like there's going to be a racket in there on Saturday when we're fighting, which is again adds to it more and more. So like that's another one of the factors that's got me, excited about it. But yeah, he's good, man. It's good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing, my teammates fight also. As much as I'm buzzing for my own, we've got obviously Jake and that he's fighting a 6-1 lad who's, do you know what I mean? He'll be coming to win and that. He's like I say, like I'm expecting an early night for him, and then obviously we've got and then obviously we've got the other team. Yeah. Him. But I'm like I say, I'm expecting an early night for him, but it'll be good. And obviously we've got Brad's got a come forward journey, like journeyman sort of thing, and he's like tough. Come and have a go, but this will play into his hands. And then obviously we've got Thomas and Levi with some decent opponents as well. So it's good to be around them. Like I say, with the experience them boys have over me. Not in terms of age, but in terms of experience, I'm a pup in the gym. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not even scratching the surface yet. So it's good being around them.
But you conduct yourself like you've been in this for a long time. You're so composed, Luis. I noticed even like the first time I met you at Blackpool, and you mentioned there as well about you love watching your teammates, and there's 5 of you on the card, and it was similar circumstances last time, and the way that it's set up there, the changing rooms are quite small, so you guys got the opportunity really to soak up the atmosphere because you all watch each other. Does that have an impact as well? Just being able to stoke up the atmosphere because it's a cracking venue, isn't it?
Yeah, very good. Like when he started making the announcement saying they were going to put the fights on and that, I was buzzing to hear it because that ballroom and that life, especially as it goes and hopefully they open the top up and that'll be obvious. That'll be nuts if they open the top up. You can ram it out and that and I was glad to be hearing his fights at home, but I'm looking also forward to hopefully this year, but definitely going forward into my career, being on the road and stuff like that. And like the one thing, as much as obviously he's got that honour on this one, but I'm looking forward to going into someone's backyard myself because this is what he's doing with me, but I'm looking forward to doing it with someone else as well.
So I'm just going to put it out there then. If this is everything it's cracked up to be, which I think it absolutely will be because I've watched both of you fight and I've met you both. Would we see you and the boys from Blackpool on the road over in Bolton for the rematch?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think I do. Like I say, whoever they put in that in front of me and that going forward. But I don't like this is something that's a lot of people would want to do, but a lot of people may stray away from it and stuff like going to someone's hometown. But if you're going somewhere, and they're calling for your head sort of thing, and that adds that little bit of do you know what I mean? It's some people see it as a bit of fear factor, but I see it as it ups the ante a bit. Do you know what I mean?
It's all in the mind, isn't it? It's all about how you use the energy and how you use the atmosphere.
And like you say, at the end of the day, like you were going on about before in terms of composure and mentality and that. And I feel like as much as you're improving with the fighting and that's why I've grown a lot in the last year. Just the way you think about it and the way you go about it. This, considering this is the biggest fight so far, this is the calmest I've felt. So far.
Cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah, it's good, man. Like I say, ain't nothing to worry about until you get in there, is it? Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely not. So, speaking of getting in there, final words. Have you got any prediction that you're going to put out there for me?
I'd like to sit here and do the McGregor thing and be second round. You know what I mean? But listen, man, I'm not going looking for no stoppage or anything like that. But then again, I'm very confident that I can bring that on the night, and obviously, listen, if it does go the distance, sure it'll be entertaining nonetheless. But I do believe I've got it in the bag to make it an earlier night.
Well, I will look forward to it. I shall be ringside and I'll be catching up with you afterwards. Will I be saying undefeated?
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
It's all about the O, Luis. It's all about the O. So from Louise to Luis, there's only one letter in it. TV. Good luck. I'll catch up with you at Blackpool Winter Gardens 9th March. Bye.
Take care. See you later.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.